What up? What up? I hope everybody doing good this Tuesday. I want to talk a little football with you guys. Before we get started, I need you guys to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. I want to talk about Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Russ been the quarterback of the Seahawks for the past 9 years. Russ had won a Super Bowl over there in Seattle. He done been to the Pro Bowl, and he came within a yard of winning his second Super Bowl as the quarterback of the Seattle Seahawks. I remember when Russ took the job uh, 9 years ago for Matt Flynn. Matt Flynn was a big name free agent that the Seattle Seahawks paid a good amount of money to. When Flynn used to back up Aaron Rodgers, Flynn got in and looked it good, and he was able to parlay his play as a backup into a starting job with the Seattle, a possible starting job with Seattle. But Russ wasn't having none of it. Russ took the job in training camp, and you never heard anything else from Matt Flynn since. Russ always has been a tough little guy, able to take contact and play a game out. If you get knocked down, he come right back and make a play. But today is a new day. Russ had, last couple of days, Russ had voiced his frustration over being hit so much. His offensive line is not the best offensive line, and it's been like that a while. Since Russ had been a quarterback for the Seahawks, Russ had been sacked 394 times. That's a lot of sacks for a guy, man. A lot of wear and tear on your body over 9 years. Average quarterback couldn't make a full year with taking that many licks year in and year out. Russ' name been coming up last couple of days in trade talks. Teams been acquiring about his availability. The Seahawks haven't mentioned if they are trying to trade Russ or if they want to keep Russ. But if I had to call it, the Seahawks not going to trade Russ. Russ too valuable to them to get off to let Russ walk like that. Because Russell Wilson not it. You can't find him every day on the quarterback market. In the past, Russ been quiet. I guess enough is enough. He tired of all them licks, man. The Seattle Seahawks front office has failed Russ. They hadn't drafted the best. Haven't got the best free agents on the offensive line. Also the coaching staff. Now a few years back, Seattle was a run team play action, run first play action team. Over the last few years, they have trusted Russ more with the passing. And I want to say they got too pass happy and got away from what got them to the Super Bowl was the run game. You know, when you throw that much, you so predictable. The defensive ends and stuff, they know your tendencies. They able to get back there to the quarterback fast, man. If all you gonna do is sit back and drop back and try to throw the long ball every pass, cause it take time to get for the long ball to develop, that long pass to develop, and so that's why Russ he hold on to the ball. A lot of this is Russ' fault too. He holds the ball a little too long. One thing I like about Brady gets that ball out of his hand to check down whoever. He don't sit back there and just wait for the big play every time. That causes you a lot. It's going to be interesting to see if the Seahawks change their ways, if they go back to the running team and the play action team, or they stay with the spread offense. But if it's me, I like to go back to the days when they had Marshawn Lynch. That's when they was at their best. When they were running the ball downhill, play action, bootlegs, man. That was Russ' game. Russ last 2 or 3 years, he had started off on fire. Looked like an MVP at the beginning of the year, all the way up to about week 8. Then for some reason, last 2 3 years, Russ' game then went downhill from there. That's why I say some of this is on Russ. Russ has to have some accountability also. He can blame the Seattle Seahawks, which is true, but the offensive line not the best. But he got to look at where he can get better and improve his game. And the coaching staff has to get better. I think they bring in a new coordinator for him this year. They fired the gentleman and they got him a new coordinator coming in. So hopefully he'll call a better game for Russ and take some of that pressure off Russ. But with him being paid as a top quarterback, the Seahawks expecting him to work miracles back there. A lot of times it's not just gonna work out like that. It's a combination of both. The coaching staff got to be calling the plays right, and the quarterback got to be making the right decision. The front office has to be drafting right, and they got to be producing them players, man, coaching them up, getting them ready. I want to see how this all this gonna play out. But as always, I want to hear you guys' opinion. Do you think it's the Seattle Seahawks front office problem, or do you think a lot of this is on Russell Wilson and he just making a fuss about nothing? And also, I want you guys to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button, and please comment, talk to me, help me grow this channel. And we're a big old family. But for now, I'm signing off, and thank you.